Hey everyone, Alex Bennett here, Director of Athletic Performance at the PGA Tour Performance Center at TBC Sawgrass. It's been a really busy off season. I haven't gotten to do as many videos as I'd like. We're going to start changing that now. Off season is still kicking off, but I'm going to make more time to make these videos. I'm going to be sharing some of our off-season protocols we're putting some of our tour players through. But first, this video is going to be all about hip strength, mostly functionality of the hip, right? You guys do a lot of mobility work, a lot of stretching. You wonder why the mobility gains that you see right after you stretch don't stick. It's because you don't have the stability to hold those gains. You don't have the strength to hold those gains. So today, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff that's not you wouldn't think of as mobility work because it's tough, it's strength work, but we're working full range of motion, full function of the hip. That's how you need to really work those hips if you want them to get better. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to get to them. You will be a little sore in some places that you didn't even realize you had. After this workout, stick with it. Typically 2 weeks, you're going to notice a huge difference when it comes to the soreness. You're also going to notice a huge difference with how well your hips work, how clean they work through the swing, how much better you just feel in general. It's such an important thing, hip mobility and strength. It affects a lot of different things when it comes to back health, knee health, everything. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoy it. Stick with it. Get your protein, drink plenty of water after, but you'll be sore in some spots. This is not an easy move by any means. We're gonna hook up our purple band. Purple, black, as long as it's about this thickness, you're gonna be good. We use it mostly as a cue to tuck our hips, get that glute active. We're doing a 30-second isometric hold. We're gonna do 3 rounds. What I want you focused on is we're gonna get this knee down low. We're gonna tuck that hip. We're pushing against that band by squeezing that glute. We're gonna count 30 seconds. I want you to stay upright. This core is braced. You're not arched. You're not in extension. You're tucked here. Core is tight. And we're gonna do a 30-second hold. I'm not gonna make you watch me do a 30-second hold, but we're always gonna do both sides. Those legs are gonna be shaking. Try to keep this glute engaged. You're gonna feel the hip flexor stretch. You're gonna feel stretch through the quad. And then, like I said, we're gonna switch sides. Holds in 30 seconds. It's a tough move. Take a break, take 1 to 2 minutes in between sets. 3 sets, 30 seconds. So now I've got a 30-pound dumbbell here. It doesn't need to be super heavy, especially starting out. You can use a kettlebell dumbbell, whatever you'd like. We're gonna pull this band up under our glute. We're gonna take a step back. We're gonna front rack this. We're gonna pull this glute back. We're keeping that right glute tight. Let this left knee drift forward, right glute tight, and then come up. Keep that glute. If you can only go to here and keep that glute active, come up. We're doing 10 reps. We're gonna do 3 sets. What I want you to focus on, keep that right glute engaged, and then come up. You're gonna feel core, you're feeling this lead leg. We're letting that pull our hips into a neutral spot. We're gonna feel a little bit of adductor as well. This is great to open up the hip flexors, get those hips working the way we want them to. Good, then we're gonna switch sides. We're gonna put the weight down. We're gonna go up under the glute here. Back up, like I said. Keep that left glute tight. I feel a little bit of stretch already. Now left hip flexor. A lot of weight on that front foot. Keeping this left glute tight. Feel a lot of core. Right quad. Feel that stretch through the left quad. A lot of core. A lot of core. Opening up the hip flexor, open up the quad. 3 sets, 10 reps. So here we're gonna do 3 sets of 8. We're gonna mix an RDL with a little bit of core, hip flexor strengthening as well. A lot of this too just has to do with how you engage, how you hinge. All these things are super important. But we're gonna hold this dumbbell, so my left leg is gonna stay planted on the ground. Soft knee, a little bit of knee bend. You can hold on to this for a little bit of stability. We're coming down, and as we drive up, my right quad is gonna hit this dumbbell. All right, come up, little 1, 2, back down. Feel left glute hammy, And then right hip flexor core, left glute right here on that plant leg. And like I said, we're gonna do 3 sets of 8. So important not to let your arm curl it up right here. You're just kind of letting that leg meet it, bring it up. I lost count like always. We're doing 3 sets of 8. I think this is 8. And we're gonna switch sides. Little light hold. The stability of that leg's not the most important thing during this move. That's why I like a little something here to help you balance. Good. 3 sets, 8 reps. We're gonna do 4 sets, 5 reps. We're doing quick dumbbell jumps. You're only going into like a half squat. This is all about impulse. When we talk about ground force, we test people's ground force on force plates. When we talk about ground force, we talk about impulse a lot. How quickly can they get out of the ground? Not necessarily their jump height. It's more about the force they generate and how quickly they generate it, rather than like how high someone can jump. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start on the tippy toes, and then we're going straight through 5 jumps, no break in between, no reset. So you're gonna go here. Good. 4 sets, 5 reps. There's only 10-pound dumbbells. You don't need a lot. It's just good to have some counterweight driving you into the ground, so you have to generate that force back out of the ground. And it's one of those moves where the more weight you do doesn't necessarily actually translate to more force you generate. So I would only go about 10 to 15 pounds, maybe 20 if you're really experienced, but start with 10, maybe even start with 5. Work your way up to 15. 4 sets, 5 reps. So this is all about the slow eccentric and